Today I'm going to introduce a techie girl who has grabbed not one but two job offers within a span of 4 months from India. Of course, she took little time to decide which job to opt for, and the good news is she had received her Tier 2 General Work Visa known as Skill Visa and is ready to fly to London next month. Quick reminder to people who are new to my channel, I have made 2 detailed videos explaining how you can apply for job in the UK from India or any part of the world. The process is the same for everybody irrespective of whichever country you apply from. And the biggest networking site is LinkedIn, where you should know how to update and optimize your profile and network with the right people from your area. Hello guys, I'm Sarika and welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. So before starting today's interview, if you like the content of my videos, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to motivate me, you can subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive notification of my new videos. So now let me introduce you all to Mrinalini from India. Welcome Mrinalini to our channel and tell me about yourself.
Okay, so as everybody know, my name is Mrinalini Kaushik. So I'm basically from Uttarakhand, Haridwar. So I have total of 6 years of experience in IT, and the technology in which I'm working is Pega. So currently I'm working as a senior software engineer in Hyderabad, India, with a well-known reputed USA bank. So yeah, this is about myself.
Awesome, thank you very much. So one of the question which one of the subscriber have sent me, how and when you started your job search?
Okay, actually, if I'll say somebody that okay, I'll start my job search just like 2 months back, I think no one would believe, but yeah, it's true. I started my job search to be very precise on from 12th of January and yeah, so now my flying date is 21st May.
Oh dear, oh my god, you're quite lucky then, because I get messages from so many people saying they had been trying for more than a year and had not been lucky. So I'm sure you have to share some tips with my subscribers.
Yeah, you can say that I'm a good place right now and I am lucky. You can say that even yeah, I am fortunate enough for that.
I'm sure there would be a lot of hard work in the background, Mrinalini, which nobody sees, you know.
Yeah, it is always because for most of the people they choose IT just with a dream that they want to travel, they want to go on site. And yeah, my dream was the same, but yeah, I was not lucky enough that I got it from my previous companies. Yeah. So yeah, I have to go through the tough way.
Yeah. Okay, so which job portals did you use?
Okay, so basically I use LinkedIn. Okay, and apart from LinkedIn, just to see that what jobs are there in UK market, I use Indeed dot I think UK. We have one site in Indeed. So majorly these two portals I use, but yeah, mainly I use LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the only portal you can say which helped me to get the job.
And I vouch for that. So what changes did you make on your CV or any online profile like LinkedIn you mentioned?
Okay, so first of all, when it comes to LinkedIn, so there are thousands, millions of people there, and so people told me just go on the jobs and just apply for the jobs. I did apply for the jobs, and most of the time I got the reject mail. So then I realized that what wrong means I'm doing. So I started looking, their job descriptions, and I saw certain keywords. So I updated my CV as per those keywords. And apart from whenever you just go for the job description, you will find, the people who are working in that organization. So I actually approached those people, asked them to refer my resume. And yeah, that helped me actually. You can say that, yeah, people referred my resumes a lot.
I must say you are a very smart girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. One of the common questions which people have asked me when I made the LinkedIn video was, should they use LinkedIn Premium? Like, did you use the LinkedIn Premium or did you use the free version?
I don't think so that LinkedIn Premium would make any difference in that, because yeah, I use one. You know that you have 1 month free, so yeah, I use that. That only helped me to see that who viewed my profile. To be very frankly saying, but apart from that, I don't think that there is any difference.
Okay, so did you not connect with the recruiters when you use the premium?
Um, I did. Recruiters connected with me by seeing my profile, because you have an option there that recruiters can see your profile. So yeah, recruiters do connect with me, but I don't think that, because only those recruiters will connect with you who have, who want to hire you or who have the opening, but mostly not those whom you want to connect. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you can say that. So but yeah, I mostly connect with the employees instead of recruiters, you can say that.
Okay. So example, say
Yeah.
you were looking for a job in say Google or Facebook, so you started following that company and then you started following say HR or people who are working in that company for your kind of profile, right? So if you're working in Pega,
Yeah,
you started
yeah,
looking for that
correct.
profile.
Yeah, correct. Actually, this actually is very important. For example, if people working in Salesforce, or like I'm working in Pega, it's very important to follow the person working in that domain instead of following anyone, okay, from the company. Because if you follow the person in your technology, they know that what are the job openings right now, or from where they are recruiting, whether they'll give you the sponsorship or not. So it's better to follow, to find the person related to your profile from that company and just follow them and ask them to refer you.
Hmm. Smart move, yeah. Okay. So how many jobs did you apply before landing your final job? I know you said, you received the rejection email saying you're not selected. So how many roughly?
You can say that from that easy apply, I think I applied mostly every job, which is available in UK or in Europe or even in Australia, Canada, everywhere. But, seriously applied for 2 jobs, and luckily I got the offer from both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there a reason for applying seriously only for 2 jobs? Was it matching to your profile?
Yeah, it was matching to my profile, and I was like, actually, one of my friends, she is working in one of the company in UK, and she told me that we have a opening. So so they're actually their principal analyst, you can say that he referred my resume. So I was pretty sure that, yeah, if they'll schedule my interview, so there is actually more chances to get a call back as compared to through easy apply. So yeah,
Yeah. So what you're
I
saying,
actually focus on
yeah.
those two mainly.
So what you're saying is basically referral does work. So if you know anybody, ask your friends or colleagues or anybody to refer your profile so that you can at least land an interview.
Yeah, correct. Actually, I think in LinkedIn 90% referral works.
Yeah.
Only 10% you are lucky if somebody find you and give you a job, but 90% referral works.
Yeah. In UK, I'm going to say from my experience, yes, referral is the go thing. If you know anybody, definitely go and find out and ask them to, if there is any vacant role in your company or for that role, ask for referral. Yeah, it does work.
Yeah, yeah.
So another question from my subscriber was, what was the interview process like and how many rounds of interview did you have to take?
Okay. So as I told you earlier, I have 2 offers. So in first company, actually they only took one technical round in which their LSA was there, and their you can say that manager was there. So they took one technical round, and after that there is CEO round, and yeah, then they actually released the offer letter to me. In another firm, actually there was first one screening round in which HR talked to me and find out that whether I was serious about the job or not, whether I fit that profile or not. After that, one skill based round, that is complete technical round of around 1.5 hour. After that, they have one case study round, which was actually very much new to me. So in that they gave me one complete business related scenario, and I have to just uh, give my give that whatever I understand from that scenario and my everything. So it's like it was completely new to me. So after that, again, I had one HR round in which they discuss the salary and everything, and then release the offer. So it was all, I think, about 4 to 5 rounds.
4 to 5 rounds. Okay. So did you pick the company which took you your 5 rounds, or did you pick the company which took your only 2 rounds?
Uh, Actually, I picked the company which took 2 rounds.
Was it because they were
But-
nice to you, so you picked that company, or was there a different reason?
Actually, if I'll give you a brief about those company. One company is a startup, and the other company is like one of the biggest giant in consulting firms. I chose the startup because I think that it enhanced my profile in a better way, and I have much more learning opportunities there. So I know if somebody asks me, they'll say that you are a fool. You are moving to a different country with a with a startup. But I say that it's my time to take the risk, and I'm willing to take that.
You're quite brave, I have to say that.
Thanks.
Okay, so final question. Any kind of advice for our viewers who are looking for job, either from India or from being in UK itself?
Okay, so first of all, prepare your CV well. Okay, because your first impression is your CV. So if your CV is good, only then they are going to approach you. Otherwise, not. So prepare your CV well. Mention your projects in which you worked. Apart from that, what I feel in my 2 interviews in UK, they actually not only focus on your technical skills, they actually focus much more on your interpersonal skills, that how you behave or how you communicate, like this. So that is also very important. And apart from that, just keep trying, because I can say that it's the only thing. You have to try, you have to take the step, only then you will move forward. If you just sit and think, okay, I want to get the job, I want to go abroad, then I don't think just by sitting it will happen. So you have to take the step.
Yeah. So the key message is, look at the job description of the kind of roles which are published, and then look at your CV and then change it, or use the right keywords, update your LinkedIn profile as well, so that you can optimize it, and so that your profile will be published or will be in the search engine. Right.
Yeah, true. You have to, because whenever they'll select the profile, they actually look for certain keywords.
I know
that whether those keywords are there in your profile or not. If those keywords are not there, your resume will fail in the screening process only.
Yeah, exactly.
So it will filter out. So you have to take care of certain things.
Yeah. And you're coming on tier 2 ICT visa. No, you're coming on tier 2 skill visa, right?
Yeah.
Which is tier 2 general, which was known as tier 2 general before. So in 5 years time, you will be given ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, which means on 6th year you can apply for a British passport.
I hope so. But let's see, because 5 years is a very long long span of time.
I know. So thank you very much for sharing your journey, your interview journey, and giving your tips, and good luck to you. I hope to welcome you when you arrive in the UK.
Same here, and thanks for giving regular updates on your channel, because definitely those help me a lot, and I feel so that it will help other people a lot. So just keep giving good advices and post good videos, which will definitely help us all.
I need more people to help me out, so as many people join me here by sharing their stories, I think it will inspire more people on our channel.
Thank you. Definitely they will.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks to Mrinalini for sharing her experience. So before I wrap this video, I would like to add few things. LinkedIn Premium is free for 1 month. So make the most of it and contact as many recruiters as possible. Now, English test. I know there are a lot of people who are asking if you need the English proficiency certificate or not for tier 2 general visa versus ICT visa. So for Tier 2 ICT visa, you don't need English proficiency test. So no NARIC, no IELTS score needed. But if you're coming on a skilled visa, which was previously known as Tier 2 General Visa, you will need either IELTS score or NARIC certificate to prove your English proficiency. So my suggestion is to keep your NARIC certificate ready now, as there is no expiry date for it versus IELTS, which has an expiry date. To know more details on how to get a NARIC certificate, you can watch my previous video. So if you guys have any more questions which are not yet covered in this video, do let me know in the comment section below. On that note, goodbye, and I'll see you soon with my next video. Till then, keep learning.